Hello everybody, it is I, Yukiola5 here with a new Let's Play. Okay, I've got some explaining to do before I begin this game. Right, so a few things, starting off with I'm sick. Okay, I'm sick. I'm just gonna get that out there right now, so I don't screw up a bunch of times. Okay, I'm sick. So my throat is a little, my voice sounds a little deeper, or I don't know how to describe it, but it sounds different. And then also I've got the sniffles, so I'm going to try my best to not sniffle directly into the microphone. So if like at any time I just like stop mid-text or something just to like go over and just try to like sniffle it away or something, I don't know. I might edit it out. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know if I have as much patience as Tess Hex to edit out my sniffles. But anyway, moving on. Next order of business is I won't be able to upload any Wind Waker, but you guys know that. So yeah, mainly because I'm moving, so all of that stuff's packed up. So I'm only doing PC stuff, and I doubt this is going to get me all throughout the month. So expect some one-offs and etc. and things of that sort, or shorter games like this one, all throughout the month of this, and then all throughout the month of February, and then Wind Waker will resume in March. Right. I think that pretty much sums up all the basics. My first choice for the new Let's Play wasn't actually this, it was actually Roko-chan, but I can't record that, and I have a new recording software, which is not Fraps anymore. Now I use dxtory, and it's pretty cool, because now I can actually record GBA games, which is something I couldn't do before on my computer. Really would have been great if I had known that for Minish Cap versus, but yeah. We're here, we're doing it. This is one of my favorite games of all time, actually. Okay. Still got some more explaining to do, actually, a lot more. Right. What else? I think that's it for me personally, all of my personal stuff I've got going on. This will probably be like one a day, if not maybe a little less than that. But, yeah. Hey, look at that. Yukiola5, they knew I was here. Yeah, so I'm going to try to do it once a day. Anyway, let me start off by saying, I don't know, I'll get into that later once we get there. Okay, this is GBA, so obviously their faces are all pixely and stuff, so get over it. The Battle City Tournament is today, Yukiola5. Good morning, Yukiola5. Have you made your deck? Hey, my new deck is something special. I'm Joey Wheeler, I got a Brooklish accent. Brooklish? I got a Brooklish accent. I really just said that. Met Brooklyn, said Brooklish. What happens when you fuse a Brooklyn and an English? You get a Brooklish. Okay. It took me all night, but it's the best ever. Also, if you're not a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, don't click away just yet. Okay? I'm pretty sure you're going to be a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, but if you're not, I do have stuff to say before you leave. Yep. Alright, cool. Be great. World Finals, yeah. Honestly, the main story isn't that amazing, but right. Let's start off with a nice clean save here. Okay, this is Yu-Gi-Oh. Okay, but this is not Yu-Gi-Oh. It has Yu-Gi-Oh characters, Yu-Gi-Oh, esque type things. It's not like you have to watch Yu-Gi-Oh to understand this game and how it works, because it actually doesn't follow the same rules of the actual card game, or even what they do in the show, which is crazy. Cards in this game are completely different. They'll have different effects. The entire game is played completely differently than how it's supposed to be played in the real world. And I'll get more into it when we actually start dueling. It's a fun game, because you get to keep building your new deck, and you don't have to worry about like the regular rules, and like duels go by a lot quicker in this game than they do in like real life, so it's gonna be a pretty fun time, and I'm really excited. I had my doubts about playing this because I don't know, I spent like a good hour trying to find a good Let's Play, and I finally just decided, why not do this, because I've beaten this game plenty of times, and it's really fun and stuff. That probably sounds worse, because I like sniffle like on the side, come back, and like just let out a big breath, like anyway. Alright, basically what Kaiba's saying, he's all like, I'm a douchebag and blah 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 blah, but basically you need the 6 locator cards. So yeah, if we want to get to the finals, we have to find the 6 locator cards. It's not that difficult, but the way the game is paced, you don't get them like all right away from just dueling random people. There are specific people you have to beat to get the locator cards. But yeah, sure, let's do it. Let's all do our best. Let's not get careless and all that junk. Joey, I think you should be more wait, I just used Joey's voice for you. I'm just not in it right now. Let's just keep going. Right, yeah, go to this game shop, blah, 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 blah. See you at the finals, dog. Right. Basically, what we want to do is we want to initiate a duel, you press the R button. But right now what you want to do is you want to go to all the main people. I personally know all of the main people because I love the show and everything. But yeah, basically you just need to know all the main people and then challenge them to a duel, and they'll deny you, but you have to do it to all of them. So they, okay, yeah, I get it, bro. Oh, that's right. Rex, for some reason, isn't considered a main person. Like, he's not considered an actual, like, big duelist or something in this game for some reason. But Weevil is, which is odd, because they're kind of in the same class, so. But yeah. It's like the pure definition of pixel art. Anyway, let's continue on here. Mako Tsunami. That should be all of them, right? I think so. No? Right. I'm missing. Nope, I just have to leave. Right. Okay, cool. Hey, it's starting. Cool. Battle City. Awesome. I don't think this is going to be a long series. This is probably... I don't want to say a 10-part, because then I think that's too short. I don't know. It could go to 20, but I'm not sure. It's going to end somewhere within episode 10 and episode 20. I'll say that. So I'll definitely finish it before the month is over. And then I can start right up with Wind Waker and have fun with that and stuff. And hopefully by then I'll be able to start the new project that I've been teasing about for a while, if you know what I mean. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've missed a lot of things that I've wanted to say, but right. So now the game has officially started. Now we can go and we can duel people, start the story and everything, and I know just where to go to start everything. But first, let's duel Tristan, and he's like probably like the worst duelist in the entire game. You can actually also duel this dog right here, which gives you some. I think you can duel this dog. I don't remember if it's this game or a different game, but I believe one time I fought Tristan. He is like literally the weakest cards in the game, but I beat him one time, and I think I got a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. And if you don't know, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon has like the most attack points. Not the most, I wouldn't say that at all. But he's got like a ton of freaking attack points. Not important. Okay. Basically how this game works is it works on an ante system. So when you want to duel someone, if you lose that card that you anteed up. So you want to make sure you win your duels if you want to keep your cards. Okay, right. This is going to take some explaining. Right. Because I've got to explain this for people who don't know Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I've got to explain this for people who do know Yu-Gi-Oh! And need to know the new rules. So, basically, there are 5 zones. There are the monster card zones, and then you've got your spell and trap card zones down here. Each player has those. Okay. Basically, in the real world Yu-Gi-Oh!, you just kind of... It's completely different. I'm not really going to go into how you play regular Yu-Gi-Oh!, but basically, each card is a monster, and... God, I'm just doing so bad. Basically, you can only have 5 cards, but in the real game, you can have 6 on your first turn and stuff like that. And like you can have a total of 7 in your hand, but this game only lets you have 5. But you have your basic cards like these, which you can see on the bottom right. The top is the attack points, and the bottom is the defense points. Those will be important later. But first, let me set down this guy. Basically, if you press this, you can check its details. Like, because cards that are like an orangey instead of like a tan will have like effects. And this one has an invisible fairy on which only the halo and wings can be seen. It has the ability to draw a card from the deck. So basically what I want to do is I'm going to play him, okay? And then this game works weird. I'm going to activate his ability. And for some reason in this game, this is not all how it works in the real game. So just, I can't stress that enough. But basically, if you activate an effect in this game, you can't attack. Also, you can't attack on your first turn, but that's the same in the real game too. So it was a smart move for me to do that. So next what I want to do is I want to discard this guy, which is also another thing you couldn't do in the regular game, is discard things. Then I'm going to activate Pot of Greed, which is going to draw up to 2 cards from the deck, if enough spaces are available. So I got some pretty crappy cards, so I'm going to discard this guy, because I want to keep another room for a next card for the next turn, and I can't do anything else, so I'll end my turn. And that was his turn. So it's pretty obvious stuff. Right. Next I want to play this guy, and then we're going to start attacking. Since he played a card in defense mode, and since my monster's attack was higher than the opponent's defense monster, it cut right through it and destroyed the monster, but he doesn't take any life points as a result. But now that he's wide open, I can attack him directly and take out some of his life points. We each have 8,000 life points. The person who goes from 8,000 to 0 is the loser. So you want to try and end your opponent's, life points to 0. Right. Okay, this is a good card. We can play him, and then his effect lets me duplicate him. So there's another one. But if you activate an effect, you can attack on that turn with that monster. So then we want to do the same thing we did before and attack him with that guy, and then attack him with this one. And we'll upgrade, like right now you can see our attack points are very low at the moment, but they'll get really high and strong, and we can customize our decks and stuff, and it's going to be a fun time. I'm excited. It took me a while at first to get used to this game, because it's definitely different. So yeah. So what we want to do is we want to sacrifice this guy, alright, and then we're going to sacrifice this guy, so we can bring out this guy. On the top left, you can see this guy has the number 2. Meaning you have to have 2 sacrifices to play him. And we did, so yeah. Next, what I want to do is I want to attack with this guy, leaving him wide open. Then we can attack with this guy for a huge amount of damage. And then we can attack with this guy for some small damage, and it adds up, so. But yeah, games usually go by pretty quickly in this game, unless it's a hard match, and there will be hard duels ahead of us, which are pretty crazy. I don't really play the regular game as much anymore, but it's a fun time. I grew up with it. I mean, I still know how to play and everything, and this game is just a good portion of that. I've spent a lot of time on this game, like a lot of time. Alright, sorry for that cut. I had to take care of something. Get food, I guess, is another way to say that. But since we beat him, since we beat Tristan, we got a card, and this is actually a pretty decent card, actually. It's only a 1 sacrifice cost, 2,000 attack, not bad. But let me explain something. Okay, when you beat a duelist, and since I offered up an ante, they'll also offer up an ante. So if we beat him, we get a card. That's not the only way to get cards, by the way, and I'll get into that more later. But if you see on the right, you'll see the type. It's a plant type monster, and typing is crazy in this game, because it plays a bigger role than it does in the regular game. Then you have the summon, which is fiend. That doesn't really. I mean, okay, I guess the summon is like its element, or I don't know. It's hard to explain. Both of them mean something. I know what summon means, like, because that's like where it's like, say if you have a fire type summon and a water type summon, the water type summon will beat the fire type summon regardless of attack points or defense points. That's another tricky element to this game that I'll get into more when we actually have to start doing stuff like that. Anyway, the cost is 86, and if you look, it says your duelist level is below the cost. This can't be put in your deck. Basically, you'll get duelist level for beating opponents and stuff, and I can start here, and I can go to my stats. Right here, you can see my duelist level is 73, and I have 1 of 6 locator cards, because we start with 1. In the deck capacity on the top is 1,605, which means if I go to my trunk, which stores all my cards, I have 40 of 40 cards, because you have to have 40. In the real game, you can have, like, up to 60, I think, or something like that. But in this game, you can't go below or above 40. And your deck capacity on the top is, on the left, that's how many spaces I have, because each card costs points to add to your deck. So you can't have, like, a super overpowered deck unless you spend hours grinding up your deck capacity, because every time you win a match you get like +5, but then for like bigger matches you'll get like +30 and +100 or whatever, depending on how big the match is in the story. Since we fought Tristan, he's not really a big guy at all, so all we had to do was just beat him and we got 5. I've spent time, a lot of it, attempting to do stuff like that, and I've gotten pretty high and pretty amazing decks. This is Yugi's dad. Grandpa. What am I saying? I'm so rusty in the world. Okay, basically, where do we go first? I think I know where I go first, but hang on, let me just see. Okay, yeah. So first what we want to do is we want to come over to this guy, and we want to duel him. Now, I know what you may think, like, that's a weird, like, random guy to duel, but you have to do this. This is actually the first step in the game. Because if you don't do this, then you'll miss out on stuff. I don't know if... Okay, there was another game in the series that I want to talk about real quick. This is a good card. It's a trap card, so... there's another game in the series, and, it's called Yu-Gi-Oh! The Reshrif of Destruction. I've never beaten it just because it has the most tedious thing ever. It's the same thing. It has, like, the same rules and everything. The worst part about it, though, is after you make a move, this little cursor I have will scan the entire field. I don't know if it was a sequel or a prequel, but it is the most annoying thing ever. But, right, moving on. I have this Muyan Curry, which I can use, which will give me 200 life points. I'm going to play this guy. I don't think he's going to be able to take out this guy. Yeah, I didn't think so. But, yeah, turn end. So, yeah, I think I've said mostly everything I needed to. Oh, God, no, not this card. I meant to... Dang it. I meant to sacrifice that. But, whatever. Right. I think I've said everything I needed to about this game, as... Well, for now, anyway. We'll get into more specifics later on when we need to. I don't know how long I've been recording for, but I've got to kind of stop because I do have food and I'm kind of hungry and stuff. And yummy. Eating on camera, how professional. No, but, okay, this was a bad idea. Sacrifice. Bring this guy out. Attack with the little chimera. And then we'll attack with the saber slasher. Early on, your tribute cards, like, the monsters you have to sacrifice to summon, come in extremely handy early on. Later on, not so much because it's harder to set them up. But if you can, you're pretty much golden. So we'll activate this guy. We'll attack again. And then we can just do some serious raping damage. Okay. Then we will end turn. Next move. Alright, and good. My trap was activated. He was planning on using his card to attack me. But since I had that trap set, any monster with 500 or less attack points is destroyed, which is very good because that means he summoned a monster that had less than 500 attack points, meaning its element was probably that of the opposite of Fiend, Aqua, or Wind, meaning he could have destroyed any one of my creatures. So next what we want to do is we want to play down this guy, and we want to start just attacking. Next, I think we won. Very barely. I might have cut out some audio in there. Like, it might have sounded kind of choppy. But, there's a pretty good reason for that. Right. We got Cockroach Knight. Good. So, that's good. Right. Basically what we want to do is, now that we've beaten him, he will tell us that, like, hey, there's a creepy place you want to go to. And that takes us to our next destination. Because if we come over here, I'm going to show this off really quick. We can go to different areas on the map. And next we want to go to the card shop, which we will visit next episode. I don't know how long I've been recording, but as I said before, I want to get eating, if you will. So I'll probably record some more later. I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! Sacred Cards. It's definitely an off-the-wall kind of game, but it's really good, and I really hope you guys will stick around, especially if you're a Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan, and if you're not, give it a shot, you know? What do you have to lose, really? But I'll see you guys in the next episode. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comments, because I always feel like I do. So, I will see you guys then. Peace.